Hello everyone, it's Cute Bunny here. Sorry I've been a little bit absent. I haven't felt like getting any videos done, but I'm really only a couple of behind. So this week, so today I'm doing my week 4 cash stuffing, but I have some news. Unfortunately, it's not good news. I have found some issues with my house. I'm not going to say exactly what's going on yet, but I need to wait until Tuesday when the plumber comes and find out damage, potentially talk to insurance company, I don't know whether it's claimable yet or whether it's going to be on me and how many thousands of dollars that looks like. I have been toing and froing, stressed here and there, but I'm okay. I do have some money behind me for things like this, and that's what I've been saving for as well. My house maintenance fund and my emergency fund, and I still have some other savings. Now, before I go ahead, I bought a coat. Couple things I did do before I get into the rest of the plans. Now, Anaconda had an opening sale today at my town, and I managed to pick up. This is a $150 Cape brand coat for $20. It's men's. It's a men's coat, this one, but it's down and feather. So it's going to be warm and it's really thin and really useful. Handy for camping, handy for cold weather. Really good raincoat. It can get wet and dries off within 15 minutes. I also bought 2 really thick shirts, women's flannelette shirts, $90 shirts down to 10 each. So $330 worth of clothes for $40 I got. I used 20 of my petrol money and I used the rest out of my buffer and my spending today out of my purse. I have literally paid for it all, and I just chucked the $20 in my tank. My tank's nearly full, and that'll get me easily through the month. So that's that stuff. So I have a plan moving forward. I am going to attempt a $500 savings challenge this month for September. Okay, so I'm starting early, yes, but that is the goal. Now I have a couple of shifts already planned. So that money from the shifts, most of that will be able to go to this. And I have decided that since I have a few things funded or near enough to funded, and I have plenty of time to work on that stuff for next year, that I am going to redirect some of this money right now into this at the moment. Only because it's not urgent right now. This stuff is urgent, that stuff is not. So, for example, Christmas is already fully funded. I won't be worrying about saving for Christmas. So if there's a Christmas savings, it will be redirected to this probably in the next couple months. And then I'll have to start working back on an emergency fund and on the house maintenance fund. Because regardless of what this is, either way, it's still going to cost me minimum of $1,000 plus. And it could be a lot more than that. I do not know. So let's just work with what we've got, right? So I'm just going to do that. So I still have my usual $100. I will not be putting all of my usual stuff in. I will be still stuffing a few things, but I'll let you know what I don't stuff. So there's 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. Now, normally I stuff all the similar things, but I'm not stuffing everything. So we'll start with what we know, which is 5 for cats. We always put 5 for the cat. And she is actually building up some cash, which is great. And I still have some litter, but I might be getting close to running out of her food because I buy like big bags when they're on special and it lasts us months. And shopping treats, that's for chocolate and brainwaves and popcorn and stuff when they're half price. So there was currently none. Now I've pretty much wiped everything out in here for a while. It's getting more and more wiped out as the time goes on, but hey, it's okay. I've got it all under control at the end of the day. Still under control, guys. Hopefully, I don't know if this hit's not too big. While I'm here, I'm not going to do this yet, but I'm just going to pull this change out while I'm here for next week's. That's for next week. All right, so that's the 5 and the 5. That's my usual 2 5s. Now, I normally put 20 into, that's this one done. I normally put 20 into my super every, like 4 times a month. But I've decided, let me see, where is my super? My super's in my future dreams binder. Now, normally I would put the $20 in here, right? But right now, repairs and money to put towards that without having to eat into my car savings, because I am simply going to get to the point where I'm going to refuse to touch them, and I'm going to have to be desperate to touch them, because I've been working my guts out since November to start saving for that car, or December, end of November, December, after I got those big bills paid off last year. So there's currently 157.91, 210. There's 210 in super. So it's not the 1,000. It's not going to get to the 1,000 I need for next June. But if whatever money I can get in there at the end of the day will still be a bonus. So I'm just going to cut that short for a moment, and we're going to put this 20 that I would be using in super. We're going to redirect that into here. That's for my house repair costs. So that one's going. Then 10 is going into birthday still. Because, I still need to do some things. So, now, birthday, I think it's in the other one. Gifts. Replacements, birthday, okay. I'm going to put the 10 in here, and I am going to fully fund that now at 160, because I wanted to go a bit further, but the reality is now that I am looking at what I'm looking at possibly having to spend. This is not something that I can afford to just put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars aside for, just to splurge on whatever. I'm going to have to be more conservative for a little while. Yeah, like at the end of the day, it is what it is. That's the rest of that money, right? Let's put that there, and then I'll tell you what I'm doing with the rest of that in a minute. Right, okay. So we've got 150 and the 10. So 50 and 100. So that will be able to go back to the bank and be used. Or my birthday's pretty close. So it really depends on what I decide to spend it on. At the end of the day, maybe having some cash and some in the bank will be useful. But I'm eyeing off a diamond art pen. An electric one, because I'm sick of the AB drills. They pull all the wax out. If you're a diamond arter, you'll know what I mean. I'm just looking for a fully funded something. I'm gonna have to bring this up here. Okay. All right. That's getting heavy. All right. Fully funded. Where are you? If you were fully funded, where would you be? There's a couple. There we go. Oh, that one. Awesome. Okay. So right. So we're going to fully fund this one at 160, and we're going to leave it at that, because that's enough. I don't need to get my hair cut anymore, and that was part of the reason I was going to save so much for that, was because I was going to go to Melbourne and get my hair cut cheap, and then I found a cheaper place here anyway in the last month and got it cut, or last month or two, and got it cut. So I'm really happy with that. So that's 2 fully funded in the space of weeks. So I am super stoked with that, guys. Given my income, given my situation, how hard work's been to come by lately, quite stressful things going on outside of that as well. I'm doing all right at the end of the day. Now, so the birthday's been saved. Now, I'm going to save the money for the retirement simply because this month I had no plans to put that money anywhere else. But from next month, I'll probably use some of this money for other things for now. It won't be forever, just until I get over this big hump, right? And I'm trying not to stress about it, obviously. So we're going to do the retirement envelopes today. but we're not doing the milestone one, and that can go to the house. So let's do that. So the milestones can stay there because I've got 3 more years till I need to have any milestones that are going to be an issue. So 10, 10 and 10. Right. Okie dokie. All right. So milestones? No. Early retirement travel? Yes. Oh, that's right. It was really good to have the placeholders replace everything, and that's awesome. So we're at 60. So 50 and 10 is 60. That's good. You know, a couple months ago, I didn't even have this in my head to start saving just an extra dedicated savings account for retirement, for early retirement. So, you know, I'm doing all right considering. So this one is also at 60. This is early retirement spending. That one was early retirement travel. And we'll change this one as well. 60. Brilliant. Awesome. And then we've got the same with this one. Now I think these are all, oh no, this one's got more because, oh, it's the bills one, that's why. So the idea behind the bills one getting more was because for those people that haven't been following me for too long, now the idea behind early retirement is this. I'm hoping, by then I'll have my new car, my towing car, my teaser-up camper, and I'm going to want to camp a lot. So the idea is put a little bit more into the bills section of the early retirement. It's one account. It's one bank account in the bank, but I've got them all itemized so I can tell them apart and so I know what it needs to be spent on what. So the idea is I'm going to need to pay my bills so I can go on a trip, or I can go on a camping trip or a camping holiday or whatever you want to call it. So the retirement bills needs to be higher than my spending. So bills taken care of, then I'll have some dollars for traveling. So that's petrol and food for the trip, and then, you know, snacks for while I'm traveling, which I normally take with me, you know, buy in advance, all that sort of stuff. And then very lastly would be spending on my holiday. So that one will probably be a little bit lower over time. So the bills one will be boosted up, and the travel dollars will need to be still consistent, and probably spending will be a slightly smaller, just not much, but yeah, just a little bit. So I'm just trying to be consistent with everything at the moment, but this is going to be a real stumble, this house business. But you know, you can't underestimate your house issues. You've got to deal with things as they happen, otherwise your house is going to fall down around you and you won't have a place to live. So it's very important. So the bills is still only getting 10 anyway, and we've got 70 in there. It's only an extra 10, but it is what it is, you know. Eventually I may be able to add a little bit extra, you know, but for now that's where we're at. So that one's got 70 and the rest have 60, and well, milestones has only got 50 because we're going to leave that one behind this week, but that is fine and I'm happy with that. You know, that's $190 for my retirement that I didn't know I had. That could almost get me a trip, and $50 for a 50th birthday party in 4 years or whatever that looks like. That's pretty remarkable for me and for my income, so I'm really happy. All right, so that's the retirement envelopes all done, and then I had 30 left. 20 is going to monthly challenges. That's not going to change. I still need to keep the monthly challenges ticking over, and then the 10 was meant to go to milestones is now going to the house. So there's 30. So that's going to this. Right, that's the cash stuffing done. Now, what's this cash over here for, you ask? Now, good question, because I forget what it is. All right. This 10 was from leftover grocery money last week. This 10, what was this 10 from? This 10 was spare. I pulled out of my spending envelopes and my miscellaneous envelopes and whatnot. Was going to put in another challenge, but changed my mind. So I brought it back out to put in there. And this 20, for you, for the long-term viewers, if you remember, I started a 48 envelope challenge in the album that I made myself. And I was going to put this away for my tax. But what I've decided to do is not worry about it right now. I will be adding money to my tax, but I'm going to need to pay the first bill. I can't worry about next year's bill yet. I need to worry about this year's bill. I just got my union tax invoice thingy. So now I can start looking at doing my tax. So I'll probably get that done this month or September. And then I'm going to know what my bill is. Now, watching some other people with debt, they're saying that they don't need to finish paying their bill till March. So that means you've got time. I don't want to keep going and being behind every year for my tax. But if I am a bit behind this year, then I am a bit behind this year. It is what it is. I will take extra money out every pay that I get. I'll take a little bit extra out for tax because my tax is not getting taken out until I earn about $700 a fortnight, and that's rare for me at the moment, as my situation is. Yes, I have other payments come out with tax taken out. I do have union fees to claim, a few things. So it is what it is. I can't change it. But this 20 is, I'm just going to take this back in, put it back in here, and that's what we've got. So we've got $20, $30, $40, $50 to start this $500 challenge, and that is bloody brilliant. Now, here's what I'm thinking, because that's just cute. I can't remember I got that off. I found it online somewhere. And it's September, so, or thereabouts, close enough. So, what if I do, I'm thinking fake money in there, so bunny bucks and prop notes, and real money in this one, and we'll just put the real money aside in there for the 500 envelope, but we won't really worry about labeling it, because what happened was I've run out of clear contact, and I bought what I thought was clear contact from Target for 50 cents a roll, and it turned out it was white. So I put it on one of my savings challenges and I couldn't see through it. So I pulled it off really quickly, and luckily I didn't wreck the envelope that I made, that I'd printed. So I'm really relieved. But in the meantime, I haven't been able to find any cheap contact yet. So some of these envelopes may not get their covers. I just put a bit of contact on each side. It preserves the envelopes a bit, but also I can reuse them because I can cross them. I cross them off. Don't have to throw them in the bin. Don't have to waste them. So real money, and I reckon prop money. So let's get the prop money out as well. I did get some more of these. I did tell you I got some more of these the other day. So I've got a whole bunch of new ones, which is great. So what do we have? $50. $50. Why don't we do 20? So we've got to find $50 in prop notes and bunny bucks. 20, 30, 5. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be $50 if I've counted right. So 20, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 42, 4, 6, 8, 50. All right, so there we have it. Now this is so I can just do like whatever. So let's for the sake of a bit of fun, because I don't like the idea of having to pay this giant, every single spare dollar I have between now and October, other than my trips, is going to be put into this thing. Let's make it fun. So I'm going to pull out my 20-sided dice, and we're going to do some rolls, and we're going to see what we can come up with to save. So I'm thinking there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I don't know. Let's just roll. That says 0. That's 20. Okay. So 20 would be a 4. So if that's 10 and 20, let's do it that way for now. Then that could be another one, and then that could be another one. Let's just do it that way. That'll work. All right. A 4. A 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to run out of the small, but I can swap them out. So we'll start with that. I can swap them out as I need to, yeah? Let's cross that out. I put my textures away too early. I don't know what that was about. So 4 is done. 4 is done. We're going to roll 20 dice and we've got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to do the second 2 rows and then the next 2 rows. This will work actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is a 7. 5. So what if we do 7? So we take 7, 7, 10, take them back. So we should have 11, which we do, and that's that one. There we go. All right. Now we're going to do the next 2 rows at the bottom, and then we'll go back around. So that's a 19. So we have another 7. Oh, 7 seems to be a common theme at the moment. 7. And another 7. We'll get something bigger and I won't be able to finish it. But that's alright if we do that. If it happens, it happens. It's alright. We've got 18, which looks like it's a 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is 12. 12. Right. 20. And we should be able to pull out 8 back. 2, 3. Does that sound right? Let's count it. That doesn't seem like enough, does it? 12. 19. So we have 12 and 7 is 19 and 7 is 26 and 4 is 30. So we are right. We still have some bunny books and some bobs. So let's go again. It's really hard to see the really low light, so I'm just trying to get this done. 8. We're going to do the next row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can't do 8, so we roll again. That is a 12, so it's a $10. So we're almost out. That's close to being out. 10, 5, 7, 9, 10. We've got, and then we've got 1, 2. We're just gonna, when we get to the end, instead of rolling, we're just gonna find one that's as close to it as we can get. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's 10. All right, easy. $10. Okay. So let's find a 10, and on the next 2 rows. So there's our 10. And that should be $50 if we've added it up right. If I've added it up right, Bunny. All right. So that 10, I'm going to replace with one of these 10s because I'm going to need my bunny backs back as often as I can because I will also be doing some tinies at some point. So I'll put that 10 in there. And then this should be 5, so we'll also steal a 5. What we'll do is we'll take that 5 and we'll put a 10 in its place. And there's our $50 that's going in this envelope. And then that's it covered. I get my bunny bucks back and I can keep going until I run out of these again. But anyway, hopefully I can reclaim it. I can't afford to keep buying them all the time at the end of the day. But anyway, we'll go back, we'll put these all back. 2, 4. So we start with 15 bunny bucks each week. Or each time we do this. That will probably be helpful. I might even put them aside somewhere. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm here. I was trying to work out whether I was going to put them anywhere special, but I guess I'll just put them back in this little box and hope that I can remember which ones they are. So I could literally swap that for a 50. Let's do that. I think the smaller denominations are actually more valuable at this point in the time with what I'm doing. So we'll swap out 20, 30, 40, 50 out for our 50, and we'll put that. I'm not caring about the order of these right now. Otherwise this video is going to be so long because it's been so long since I've done one. Alright, and so this one is going in there. So you see what I've done? So the fake money is going in this one, and the real money is going to stashed in this one. Yep. Alright. And then it'll have to go back to the bank. Whenever I get my bills for this house stuff, I'm going to have to put it back in the bank anyway. So that's fine. I can do that when I need to. So we should have 12. Yeah, it's too dark for my calculator. Funny. Okay, nope. Calculator does not want to play. 20. Nope. 12. Plus 4. Plus 7. Plus 10. Plus 10 plus 7 equals 50. We got 50. I don't know if you can see. No, it's gone again. But there was definitely 50 there. All right. This is not going to work very well with this calculator in low light. It's okay. I'll have to put a battery in it if it's going to be, if I'm going to. I don't normally film this time of night, but I needed to get this done for my own sake, and I want to get this up. It's just, I'm running, you know, just going to run behind. So this, what was that for? What was this 24? 20. Give me a second. I will have to work out when I go back through this video what that 20 was for. It's definitely not for this. It was definitely for something else. So that's okay. Alright. I think that is it from me. This, where am I going to put this? I don't have any spare envelopes for my binders. And I'm sort of running out of room. I don't want to put it in my dreams because it's not really dreams. I don't know. I'm going to have to put it with my savings challenges or something. Let me see if we can find... Oh! 10 of it was meant to go in there. I was going to finish a challenge today. This challenge. This video has ended up being a big whammy, but there was money there for that. I know there was at some. I had it all planned to do that. I will go back through this video and check it, and I will just find some money from somewhere, even if it's just the groceries. We're just going to stick these in here if they do they fit, provided they fit. Just so I've got somewhere to base these. Oh, they're too tight a squeeze. Alright, they fit. Just to get them out of the way and so I don't lose them. Alright, so I also, by the way, did not realise that I had already finished my winter challenge. So there's $50 here, and this is only $30, $2.50 an icon. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 4, 8, 12. So 4 is 10, 4 is 20, 4 is 30. So this one's finished. So I can pull this money out. So next week I'll pull this money out, and then next week's cash stuffing, first week of September's cash stuffing will cover that. And then if I can try and maybe wrangle a bonus. So I'll pull this money out. That may get reallocated to this house stuff, or I might just reallocate it as normal reallocation. We'll just see how I'm traveling. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll work out what this was from, and hopefully I can recoup that $10 I did plan to put into the other challenge and finish it off. I'm sorry it's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but it is what it is with the stress going on and the stuff going on in the house. I don't know what the status is. It's a little bit tricky, but I am really happy with my coat and my 2 new shirts. They're going to be so warm for camping, for like just really cold winters down here. I'm always cold. It's really good to have a light coat to take traveling. So this is going to be my perfect light traveling coat. I do have a bigger, heavier one. These are both rainproof. Now this one's rainproof. Literally was dry in 15 minutes. my other one I have, that's my big, thick, heavier one, is also rainproof. So they're great coats. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out and dealing with a long video. And I'll catch you all next time. Bye.